In 2025, GWM set itself a challenge: take on one of the toughest, steepest and rockiest hill climbs in the country, Birraclock Hill. But last year, GWM broke the internet when a group of stock vehicles fitted with off-road tyres started climbing. First, the Cannon XSR beat the hill on its factory-fit all-terrains. Then, the Tank 300 diesel did the same thing with just a set of Mickey Thompson AT tyres. And finally, the Cannon Alpha PHEV became the first plug-in hybrid to ever beat Birraclock Hill. In 2026, we're back for more, kicking off with the GWM Tank 300 PHEV and the GWM Tank 500 PHEV, fitted with Mickey Thompson Baja Boss all-terrain tyres at 15 PSI on the factory 18-inch wheels, and importantly, no other modifications.
This hill is absolutely stock standard. We're going to basically take a stock standard vehicle up it, well, two of them, with a set of tyres.
If you're not fully across it, here's a quick refresher on Hi4-T. GWM's plug-in hybrid system pairs a turbocharged petrol engine with a powerful electric motor, delivering 300 kilowatts and 750 newton meters of torque. Crucially, it still uses a proper mechanical four-wheel drive system with low range and front and rear locking differentials. First up, the Tank 300 PHEV, compact, capable and backed by serious hardware.
It's a conventional four-wheel drive system, so you've got a diff front and rear, you've got a transfer case, like it's low range, like it's just a no-nonsense solid drivetrain. The sandwich between the gearbox and the engine is where all electricity goodness happens, and these things just deliver all that power to those tyres.
The plan is simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. The cameras are rolling from every angle, so you can see exactly what happens when the Tank 300 PHEV meets one of Australia's toughest climbs. The lower section is rough. Sharp rocks, deep ruts, and a steep gradient that forces the vehicle to work for every metre. But the tank keeps climbing. Power delivery from the hybrid system is immediate. Torque arrives instantly. And the Hi4-T drivetrain keeps sending it to the wheels that need it. The final rock step, often where attempts come undone. But today, the Tank 300 PHEV keeps pushing forward and crests the summit. Lucas was seriously impressed.
GWM Tank 300 PHEV, Lucas approved. Like, it did it too easy. What an absolute incredible vehicle.
Next up, the bigger brother, the Tank 500 PHEV. More luxury, more space, but facing the exact same obstacles. From every angle we watch as the Tank 500 begins its climb. Despite the size and weight, the Tank 500 quickly settles into the climb. Hybrid torque delivers smooth, controlled power. That Hi4-T drivetrain sending torque to each wheel consistently thanks to those lock diffs. And the suspension has no trouble handling the brutal terrain. Then the final rock step, the same obstacle that challenges every vehicle that comes here. The Tank 500 lines it up, applies power and climbs past it.
What hill? Seriously. Like, I'm just, oh man, this is unreal, unreal. Tank 500, Birraclock Hill, tick, Lucas approved, Birraclock Hill certified. Like, effortlessly.
At this point, the mission was accomplished. Both plug-in hybrid tanks had beaten Birraclock Hill with impressive ease, but Lucas wasn't finished.
How easy these two cars did this hill. And I just want to put it out there, guys. I haven't been paid for comment and I won't be bought, right? So this is my honest opinion, raw and real. Like, these cars are absolutely impressive. But what would be more impressive is if we grab the stock standard Tank 300 PHEV that's got highway tyres on it and give the hill a crack with that. This thing is hot to trot and I just want to give it a red hot go. So I've laid down the challenge to GWM and we're waiting for their call. They give us the green light, we're on.
The crew made a call and got the green light. No off-road tyres, no lift, no modifications. Just a showroom standard Tank 300 PHEV with Michelin highway terrain tyres dropped to 20 PSI. Rocks and dirt flying out from the tyres as they search for grip. But then something unbelievable happens. The tank keeps climbing. Up the lower section, over the ruts, through the rock step and straight to the summit on the very first attempt.
Box stock standard Holy smokes, that is insane. PHEV Tank 300, Lucas approved, Beer O'Clock Hill certified, and it is bog stock. There is nothing done to this car. It has highway tyres on it. This is absolutely a credit to GWM. What an absolute wrecker of a car, man. Like, this thing is... I was stressing out, I wasn't going to do it, but it's just done it easy. GWM Tank 300 PHEV destroys Beer O'Clock Hill.
With that, 2 more vehicles join the very short list of machines that have beaten Beer O'Clock Hill. The GWM Tank 300 PHEV and the GWM Tank 500 PHEV officially Beer O'Clock certified. That makes 5 GWM models that have conquered the hill. But this latest achievement stands out. The Tank 300 PHEV didn't just make the climb, it did it on standard Michelin highway tyres. Not only the first plug-in hybrid to conquer Beer O'Clock Hill in factory road tyre form, but possibly the first vehicle ever to drive to the summit on highway terrain tyres designed primarily for the road. You heard Lucas, the Tank 300 PHEV with Hi4-T is a true Beer O'Clock Hill destroyer. Turns out you don't need a team of on-site engineers or a heavily modified 4-wheel drive to beat one of the toughest hills in the country. Just a visit to your local GWM dealer.
GWM Cannon XSR and the GWM Tank 300 PHEV have done this hill bog stock standard off the showroom floor. Nothing's changed. It is an absolute testament to GWM. I can't see what else they get up to in the future and how much better these cars can really be.
So the question now becomes, what GWM will beat the hill next? Stay tuned.